Hello everyone, very good evening to all of you guys. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fine. I welcome you guys all to Olive platform. So again, here this particular session, it's a very short little session. So we will have a very important discussion. Many students, whenever I take class, the first comment, the most popular comment, if you filter it by like that, the most popular comment is that, sir, how to like increase the speed. I can solve questions, but again, whenever I'm taking mock, whenever I'm trying to solve the question quickly, or whenever I'm trying to like boost my scores, there is some issue I'm facing. My scores are kind of fixed somewhere because I'm not getting to solve enough number of questions. And what is the problem? I don't have the required speed. Speed is not there. Speed is not there. The whatever speed I aspire to have, I don't have it. How to get rid of that problem? How to have that speed? So this is the session. Today's session is purely based on that. Okay. So again, this is a discussion. I'll not be teaching anything, but again, I might give you some tips and tricks which might prove to you guys more useful than any chapter or any topic or any concept. Okay. So chalo, let's start. And again, I will request each and everyone to stay till the end of the video or end of the session because there will be a gift that I'll kind of say. I'll kind of announce to you guys that will be there. Okay, I'll give you the like the links वगैरह. I'll kind of say like something about that. Now, please understand why we don't have the speed or what steps we need to follow. There is one saying that you need to do what? You need to always, you need to practice. Perfect. I'm saying, yes, that's true. You need to practice. But again, if you start practicing from day one without like kind of a blind practice, that will not suffice. First thing that you need is conceptual clarity. That is more important. Let me expand on this. Please understand what I'm saying. What is the exact point that I'm making? See, for example, like let's go back like 20 years. When you first started learning, say, first started learning a particular language, say, let's take English for example, as we are talking in English. So, like, what was the first step? What was the first step that you had taken? First step, first day of your like learning English, of like on your journey, first day, did you try to write a paragraph? Did you try to write an essay, a paragraph? Right? That is not the case, right? So you cannot expect you will start solving the questions like using whatever method or whatever things that you already know, and you will have speed. You will have those speeds, right? So you need to understand the learning is more important first. You need to understand there are definitely better techniques out there. Otherwise, all of us faculties, leave Olive Board, leave all other platforms for 1 second. Understand, all of the faculties are mad. They are trying to teach you some methods, some way to solve. Every faculty has their own methods, but again, there must be some like kind of logical, some agenda behind that. So that learning part is very important. The proper ways to think about a problem, the proper way to approach a particular like problem, right? You see, you can approach a one particular question from many different directions. Which direction is proper to learn that? Acha sir, if the question is framed like this is how I should think. That learning how to think of like about a particular question, that is very important. This is something that is your first step. That is always your first step. Okay, I do not really believe in like the shortcut formulas, but what I do believe in is shortcut tricks. Please, again, I'm saying do not confuse this. Do not confuse this with shortcut formula. I'm not talking about formulas. I'm talking about shortcut techniques. Shortcuts are of two types, what I generally say in my classes as well. One is conceptual shortcuts, and another one is this formula based shortcuts. I'm not asking, I do not promote this thing, because at the end of the day, I don't think you should go for 500, 600 formulas for like mathematics. Rather, you understand conceptual point of views. Ki acha sir, just to give you guys an example, understand this. I'm just giving a very basic example. If there is one variable x into another variable y, that is equal to another variable z. Please understand this, right? So this is, you see, we all have learned compound ratio. We all have learned, no matter wherever you have learned from, you have learned compound ratio, right? Please understand, compound ratio means you know multiplication of two or more ratios. Now, wherever you have this trick, this particular thing, you can use the concept of compound ratio to get your this third ratio. Please understand this. This thing we all know. Now, please understand, I am asking you, whenever you are learning compound ratio, learn it in this manner. Ki, sir, acha, sir, efficiency, acha, sorry, efficiency into time gives you total work, sir. That is time and work chapter, the basic concept. Sir, if I go for consumption based questions, say for example of percentage, sir, price of an item into its consumption gives you what, sir? Gives you expenditure, sir, right? These are all very basic stuff. These things we know. Like speed into time gives you distance. So there are so many things, right? In mensuration also you can do this. But again, please understand, at the end of the day, whenever you have learned compound ratio, ask yourself, have you learned it like this? Acha sir, in whenever we are going there, we are going to use this one concept. So what I'm saying, if you have learned this compound ratio properly, that means you have learned all these things in that one class. In that one class, you have learned all these things. So that is what I'm trying to say when I'm saying learn the concepts properly. And this concept, if you know how to solve the like the manipulation of ratios, that like 5 to 6 chapters you can do in 10 seconds. That is how you build speed, not by remembering 100 formulas, 200 formulas, 300 formulas. You are getting my point? I hope you guys are getting the point that I'm trying to make here. I hope you guys are getting the point that I'm trying to make over here. Now, once your learning is done, please understand, without learning, if you are trying your best, कि चलो with only sheer practice, I'll kind of increase my speed. That is not the efficient way. You will take 2 years, 3 years to get to that point, to get that speed. Why? Because you have to work thrice as hard, like 4 times as hard as the others, to kind of like get to that same level of speed using the conventional techniques. Please understand this. And also remember, the conventional techniques, those are mostly the Western methods. And the techniques that we learned here now, understand, some nationalistic pride also should be there. Ki, sir, these are all our techniques. These were there for thousands of years. These arithmetic methods, right? Chalo. Now, again, the third and the most important, I say, every day take at least 5 quizzes. Quiz means time-based practice. Either you can use some app or something, or the best way to do this thing is to, like, you all have watches. You all have mobile phones. Just like turn on the timer. Before that, select a few questions. So this 10 questions I need to solve in 5 minutes or 6 minutes. Now, depending on the level of your preparation, you adjust the time. First, you take 10 questions, 10 minutes. Then you keep on decreasing the time as you go along. 10 minutes, like 10 questions, 10 minutes from there, 10 questions, 8 minutes from there, 10 questions, 7 minutes, then you decrease the time. The ideal should be 10 questions, 5 minutes, 30 seconds per questions, right? So you should take 5 quizzes. I'm talking about only maths per day. This is per day basis. Apart from all the practice that you have done, you see, this only gives you, and quiz means 10 questions. 50 questions practice only here. And it should not be more like now, after you have done, you should analyze this as well. This is one thing you must do. Now again, the last, but once your practice, once your conceptual clarity is there, once your 80% of the syllabus is also complete, you are feeling confident. Yes, I have learned the proper way. I have learned the techniques or learned the chapters, the concepts in a proper manner, learned all the approaches in the proper manner. I have done my practice. I'm feeling I'm quite okay with this. Then comes then comes the time where you start taking regular mocks. Then comes the time where you start taking regular mocks. Hi, how are you? Yes, I forgot your name, brother. I forgot your name. Right? And make a daily routine out of this. Daily routine. You see, I always say doing stuff in a day, that does not work. Doing the stuff, repeating that stuff every day, that is what. So I have a very famous example, that uh, dentist example. Say you have gone to a dentist. You have a dentist friend. He or she have told you, do one thing. You need to brush your teeth for 2 minutes a day. And you being the expert, you said, okay, so I need to brush for say 14 minutes every week. Let's make it around 15 minutes every week. But sir, Monday to Saturday, I have classes, I have practice, I have preparation, I have this, I have that. So I don't have time. I can't brush. So what I'll do, I will skip brushing from Monday to Saturday. And on Sunday, I will brush for the whole week's quota. I'll brush for 15 straight minutes. Now, please understand that does not work. If anyone disagrees with me, please feel free to try this. Feel free to try this for 3 months. If your teeth are still there, then you talk to me. Right? Now, why I'm saying, you see, when it comes to your preparation, you guys tend to do this. We all have done this. I'm also guilty of that. I have also done this in during my preparation. What we do, we don't touch a one subject for 3 4 5 days. Suddenly we remember, Array, there is something like this is there's some backlog. Then there's one whole day we are only studying that subject. No, that is not the right approach. That is not the most optimum approach. You need to do this every day, and this every day being the key word here. Every day you need to do this. Every day you need to go through each of these steps. That is the most important thing if you want to boost your speed. Perfect, everyone? Now, bonus tip that I have from my end is maintain, if you can, maintain a mistake book. That I always say. Mistake book means wherever you are making conceptual errors, not the calculation errors. Calculation errors will be there, and with practice, with a little bit of mental calmness, that will get kind of sort out. That will sort itself out. But mistake book is, if you are making some there's some conceptual error, you are getting this point, I'm having some problem in the conceptual part of the question. Try to maintain something, like maintain a ledger on that. Kacha, this is where I have made a mistake. The only goal is to that. You see, each and every one of us makes mistakes. It's absolutely okay to make a mistake. Every human being makes mistakes. The only thing the smart man, like a human being, smart humans, or the successful ones, do what? They don't repeat their mistakes. Mistake book I'm asking you guys to make, so that you have the ledger in front of you, so that you don't repeat your mistake. It is okay to make mistakes. Make as much mistakes as you want, but only thing you need to worry about that not to repeat your mistakes. And every day, keep a day in every week. You keep a day where you will revise for the whole week. So this is your approach. This is your approach. This is my take on how to improve your speed. This is something that I feel that works for me personally, that should work for you guys as well. Now, this is, like, let me say this disclaimer, this is a very generic approach, right? This is a very generalized theory, like approach. Now, again, each student, each of you guys are you guys are unique. Every student is unique, right? I am unique, you are unique, each and every one of us are unique. So you need to do what I've just given you, a very generalized strategy. So you have to fine tune this strategy according to your own needs. This is something that you must do. Ki, "Acha, this is where I'm good at." Say you are making mistakes on arithmetic. I might be making more mistakes, or I might be lacking my speed on advanced math section. So what I should do? I should generalize, or I should fine tune this strategy more towards advanced maths. Whereas you should generalize this strategy more towards what? More towards the arithmetic section. This is what, like, I expect from each and every one of you. And please follow this strategy for a month. You see, like whether there are certain changes in front of you. You will see this. This strategy is foolproof. This strategy works. Focus more on learning. And also, if there is someone who is having some difficulty reading and comprehending the question, I won't say reading in comprehending the question, meaning reading the question and understanding what is given in the question, what they are asking. If you are having to think for 20-30 seconds to do this part only, then my advice to that person will be, that student aspirant will be, to read more regularly. That is the only way you can increase your speed. That is the only way you can increase your reading speed. Okay, so this was all from my end, and this was a small little discussion I wanted to have with all of you guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. If you have any queries, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below. So again, thank you for joining us. Again, let me know whether it is helpful for you guys or not. It has helped you, if you are improving your speed or not. And if you need any more help, feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next session tomorrow. Till then, please take care and bye bye. Thank you so much.